and welcome back. So the last time I showed you how to deploy a Kubernetes cluster using Tanzu Mission Control, using the UI and a lot of click. But in real world, you probably won't do that. So you want to be able to automate your deployment, and going through a web UI just isn't easy to automate. So today I'm going to show you how we can automate the deployment using the CLI. So the first thing I've done is I already installed the Tanzu CLI, and I installed all the plugins. One of those is the Mission Control plugin. There's a lot of guides on how to do that. I'll drop a link in the show notes so you can see that. So I won't go through that. But what I will do is I will start by showing you that the cluster we deployed in the last one is up and running here. It's called demo KDS. And what I want to do now is I want the configuration from this cluster, because I don't want to create one from scratch. I already created one using the UI, and that's an easy way to do it. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to run my command here, Tanzu Mission Control cluster, because that's the cluster we're going to work with. I want to get the configuration of the cluster called demo KDS, and I want to use the management cluster called vSphere, and I want to use the provisioner called demo. And then I want to send this to a file called kds.yaml. So if I click this, you'll see in my VS Code that I now got a new file called kds.yaml. And if I click on this, there's a lot of data in here. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the metadata, because that's specific to the cluster I already deployed. I also want to change the name. So we'll call this CLI/demo. And then I can go through it, and you can see down here it says that the management nodes are only one. That's fine enough for this one as well. But the nodes down here is, let me see if I can find it, the replicas are 3. I might want 5 this time. So, and again, you can go through a ton of other data. In this case, I'll leave it here. I'll just save it. I'll go back to my commands, and I'll say I want to create this. In this case, I just fire off the command first. I will say Tanzu Mission Control, use the cluster again, create, point it to a file, that's kds.yaml, and it says down here that the Tanzu CLI demo is being created. So again, as always with live demo, it always takes a bit longer than what's comfortable to see that it actually fires off. But yeah, I'm just sitting here waiting for it for a few seconds. Here it is. So if we click over here, we can see the CLI demo is being created, and down here we can see the resource pool and the folder and everything is starting to be created. And now it's going to fetch the first master node and start to deploy that. And you can see that up here. So that was actually all it took. So it's quite easy to take an existing cluster that I created using the UI, take the data that I want, and just create new clusters using that data. So, and again, it will start to deploy. But what if I want to delete it again? So, well, that's just as easy. So I'll go to commands, and then I'll take my delete command here. And what that does is it says Tanzu Mission Control again, cluster, of course, delete. Then it gives me points to the name of the cluster. This one was the CLI demo. I'll point to the management cluster of vSphere and the provisioner of demo, just like before. And if I click this and click enter, then it says success. And before we even started it, I even had a cluster, then you will see over here that it's getting deleted right away. So sorry for not showing you the end product, but I thought it was valuable to show how easy it is to both consume and remove clusters. So, and again, that was way below 5 minutes. So I hope you enjoyed this one, and I'll catch you in the next one.